Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2024 with
Kamen Casey.
Alrighty, just a lot easier. And so, how'd you get started in the world of entertainment?
I grew up in front of the TV as a kid. X-Men, Power Rangers, jumping off the furniture, busting out my front teeth, driving my parents crazy. And then they knew they should put me into martial arts and acting classes. And from there, I was able to slowly get into the world of it. I started in community college. Was the first time that I really took a class that I was like, I could do this for a living. And I grew up in Irving, Texas, nowhere near Hollywood. And dreams of the big lights and the big stage. And from the community college, I was able to transfer to a major university at SMU. And then from there was how I met all these amazing people that are in the world of voiceover, like Caitlin Glasses of the world, Oscar Seung, sorry, Oscar, Rico, and all these amazing people through the theater that way. And then signed with an agency while in college. That took me to TV, film, commercials, and I wanted to make a living doing this stuff, and I have achieved that goal, and I'm living my dreams, man. This is so cool.
No, awesome. Like I said, I grew up a Power Rangers kid myself, the original 1990s X-Men. Hey, Tony's here. It's okay to do that. Tony's the original producer, so that's all right.
That is crazy.
Yeah. It's really
man, that's
somebody sent me a reel. A personal friend of mine sent me a reel on Instagram that says, "Hey, It's 31 years ago was the very first episode of Power Rangers."
Man, R.I.P. Tommy, R.I.P. Jason.
It is. Jason lives in our hearts. So it says that in your bio, you keep yourself very fit with martial arts, particularly in the Chuck Norris School of Training. You have a 3rd-degree black belt in it. Do you feel the discipline in martial arts also helps you with your voice acting?
Yes, expectations. In martial arts, it's about training to achieve a goal. It's not about anything given to you. If you go to the right schools, it's not about anything given to you like participation rewards, anything like that. If you lose, you lost. Got to go get better so you can come back and do it again and compete against yourself and get to the next rank. There's always something to achieve and go for. And I feel like that was such an awesome thing to take into entertainment, where there's not necessarily, like in sports, I get this many points, I'm the best. It's not like that, but there still are benchmarks and things in training and education to get that'll take you to the next level.
No, I mean, like I said, I as you can tell, the athleticism is not 100% here, but I still work a little bit, you know. I have to lift 50-pound bags of rocks for a living for my job. So it says in your bio that you are an independent filmmaker, and when working on a film where you are the creative force, how do you feel those skills also help you with your acting?
The freedom. A lot of times when you're kind of waiting on a job, you're going to be cast in archetypes. Like if you're just getting started out, I would figure out, like, what's my type? Ask your friends, what's your personality like? Are you kind of offensive? Are you kind of a bully? Are you super nice and sweet? These are things that are going to help you shoot some awesome character headshots, and that'll help you get cast in specific roles. Me, I get cast in a lot of blue-collar things, maybe because of the shaved head now, which I shaved my head, my career started taking off. But cops, soldiers for myself, paramedic, things like that is a good archetype to go for. And how tall are you? How short are you? You know, these are all things that are going to help you as well. And so I kind of forgot the question one more time.
You're known as a filmmaker as well, and do you feel that when you're doing the creative force of being a filmmaker, so you're a filmmaker, you're trying to shoot, you're trying to do all that, but then on top of that, do you feel that the behind the camera then will help you be a better actor in front too?
Yeah, because you get to use your voice when you make your own content and create your own projects. Like, I want to be, my ultimate goal is to be an action hero, an action star. Like Jason Statham's my guy, Jackie Chan's, Tony Jaa, Wesley Snipes. Those are my guys, man. And I don't know if it's a dying art, and I mean, John Wick is keeping us alive in the action acting and action movie world, and Keanu Reeves, but that's my ultimate goal. And I'm 33 times ticking, so I'm busting my butt to do that. So when I create my own content, it's action stuff. I don't know how much years I got with the stunts. I'm gonna need a double soon. So I mean, but it's a great chance to share your own voice and your creativity and bring that to the world versus just kind of waiting around for a role, waiting for somebody to tell you who you are. Make your own stuff. Tell the world who you are.
Well, that's a really good message and wonderful. So now we were talking about you being a live action actor, and now we talk to a lot of people that do both voice acting and live action. Do you feel that one has fed into the other to help you?
Yes, I would say confidence in the voice and the shapes. You can make different shapes because in theater, if you go to theater school, you'll know. We all went through something in theater school, and now we come back to the real world and we're like, what did we just do for 4 years, for 7 years? Like, This is a whole different planet, but all the weird things we did in theater school will definitely help you in voice acting as well, because you're in a booth and you get to take whatever shape you need to, or whatever space. Like, you can do that in the booth, and there's no camera like this one looking at you going, what the hell is he doing, right? But whatever you can do to help inform your voice, you're able to do that, and so that helps a lot for there. And I'd say for on camera, I'd say you do still have to make a switch. You have to be much less animated. You can talk like the conversational voice because the mic's right here. You don't have to scream like a bunch of townspeople, "Ah!" like you're not doing that on camera. Maybe, small chance, but it's two different battlefields, but they will help serve each other with the tools that you'll learn from each.
Actually, your emotion just right now reminded me of Edna Kitt when she was playing Yzma in Emperor's New Groove, and she's just going bonkers in the booth. Her headphones are flying off at certain points because she took all the tools from her live action stuff and brought it into the booth to make the emotions with the voice then even better. And that's
every other day. How do you get in voice acting? How do you get in voice acting? Go to school. I know this sucks. That's not the answer you want to hear. You're like, give me the phone number to the golden ticket. Go to school. That's the golden ticket. Train those skills, because that's going to separate you from other people. Because on camera stuff, like you were saying, throwing action, having an objective. What do you want in this scene? Sure, okay, you're a king who has to murder this dragon to save the country. Okay, cool. But what in this moment, what do you want with this line? That's going to come across in screen. People are going to come up to you later and go, that line you delivered there. Yeah. There was a reason for that. It wasn't just, I'm being animated. It's, what do you want? What do you want in that booth? What do you want in screen? What do you want from your partner? That's the game you're playing. If you can figure that game out and play tennis with your partner or your invisible partner, you're going to go places.
Awesome tips, man. Now, you worked on the sports anime Blue Lock, which had just had a movie come out this year. I was working on the show, and being a fit person, did you happen to go play the sport so you can understand your position on the team?
It was amazing to get a chance to play Rayo in the show. He pops in and has so much going on immediately, and I was so glad that we got to flesh that out in a film that came out immediately. That was so quick, and I think people could see his true intentions, his objectives, his actions, that he wasn't just riding the coattails of Nagi, that he was dragging Nagi the whole time. He was trying to see the best in his friend, and getting a chance to play a role with that much character arc and that many monologues was a dream. If I don't do anything else, I'm good. That was an itch that I was dying to scratch in the anime world, and I hope it leads to more things. And to the sport question, definitely got an athletic background. Never played soccer. Okay. Never played football for my overseas friends and family and the fans. But the athletics, the Blue Lock captures the athlete's story in each of them so well. The one that caught me, had me crying, I think it was episode 5, was Chiggity. When you're an athlete and you tear your ACL, MCL, your knee, and your entire identity is wrapped up in, mine was how high I could jump or how fast I can run, and now you're injured. Who are you then? That was these guys did their research. Yeah. This show is amazing, so I love that.
I guess I'm not gonna lie. I guess it's time for me to watch it.
Yes.
I need to go buy it too, because I'm a collector.
Yes.
So I buy my anime, which is funny because I'm not a huge sports guy. Yeah. But the thing is, I'm more when people talk about sports, John's the statistics, all that type of stuff with football. I'm more one of those guys well, I want to know the person. I want to know why they're again the motivations. One of the funny part is my brother Justin's another sports guy like John. My brother Justin, I had talked about watching The Last Dance on Netflix. And my brother goes, where's my brother? Who is this person? Where did he come from? And I was like, no, I got wrapped up in that whole, yeah. So, and again, you and I grew up with the Bulls team in the 90s as our Bulls. So you kind of remember those days of the first 3, and then you remember the other 3. So yeah, I remember that. So,
the little gems in Steve Kerr's story.
Yeah.
I was I had no idea he went through all of that. Yeah. And that what really caught me was that his dad didn't get a chance to see everything that came after his, I think it was community college or a small college. He ends up having more rings than Jordan, Michael Jordan. It's just all that
combined, yeah.
So yeah, if this Blue Lock is not, let's all hold hands and win, yay! It's Battle Royale, it's Squid Games, it's how do we make the next Muhammad Ali, the next Cristiano Ronaldo, the next Messi, the next Michael Jordan. These are guys that they couldn't be the best family member, they couldn't attend all the family reunions and be the best friend. They had to put everything into themselves to become these monolithic sports figures, and I love that for the show.
Now, again, speaking more anime, you worked on the Gundam universe and The Witch of the Mercury, which, again, I need to buy and watch, which is cool because now you join almost a 40-year tradition of Gundam. What's it like now being able to be say like I get to work in the Gundam family?
Again, another dream fulfilled. Things you never think, okay, that's something you watch as a kid. I'll never get a chance to jump into that. And then this comes along and get a chance to play this really badass guy, man. Is Godoy. He's this almost Hitman-like character. He's I don't want to spoil too much, but he's a really cool bodyguard that guards one of the characters, and I couldn't believe it was happening. I was just trying to give my best performance every time. Just like don't get too lost in the fandom. Like fan out later and just do your job. Have an objective. What do I want? All those acting tips, but it was a blast. And getting a chance to use a different register, because usually I'm playing in this register, which honestly is kind of, I mean, to be vulnerable, kind of more of a stage voice. Like I've gotten so used to doing this one, but my actual voice, it's much deeper. Like I think my regular voice is right around here. So getting a chance to use this one, but I think I don't use it a lot because people can't hear you. Like I'm trying to order at Subway and I'm like, can I get a foot long Italian herbs and cheese? What? A foot long Italian herbs and cheese? Oh yeah, we'll get you that. So, or like in high school, I was like 14 with this voice, and girls are like, so I'm like, this isn't working, and so that kind of helped with voice acting later as well, just societal changes and code switching, blah blah blah. We can get deep later, but
I say I'm a wing guy. That's my Gundam is wing. Yeah, which everybody's like, isn't that the ladies one? I was like, I don't care, man. I love Gundam. Dude, I spent the $175 on the collector's box for that thing, man. It's awesome. I love it. So now you happen to work on another long-running show of One Piece. When you got the role, did you know the impact it had on the world, and One Piece on the world as a whole, though?
No, I got called in. Sometimes when we get called for background or bit parts, it just says, hey, are you available from this time? I say yes every time. Show up, do my job. I walked in there and like, hey, you're playing Jockey, this monster. You're gonna square off with these iconic characters. I'm like, what? I get to share the screen with like the goats? Like, yeah, this is freaking sweet. And getting a chance again to play with a character just to show that like I love doing monster voices as well. And that one, I got a chance to do Fire Dragon and Ayaka as well. Like I like to do a lot of different stuff. And a lot of times you'll get typecast or people will hear you one thing and you kind of get stuck in there, which. That's cool with me. I'll do the same thing every time if you need me to. But getting a chance to play with like monster voices and Jockey, like all these, I was like, let's go. I'm so glad you heard my audition. Let's go. Like One Piece. I'm coming for the Dragon Ball world next. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there, but that'll complete. I'll be fully complete after.
So speaking as an actor, between live action, theater and all that, anime has now made a huge impact on the film and television industry here in the United States in the Western audience. Where do you think it lands in terms of continuing to push more Western theater-based industries to try to be good?
Yes, I think it's putting pressure. It's putting pressure probably on the animation over here, the storytelling over here, because. Back in my day, it wasn't cool. You got made fun of for liking this stuff. We had Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Game Boys. We were doing all this stuff, and the kids were like, ugh. Now you got the sports players, you got the musicians all in on anime, especially black culture, Japanese culture. I feel like we borrowed a lot. B-boying's over there. Yeah. We're dressing like Meg the Stallions over here. We've got all these other characters, sports figures, wearing wrestling. They're wearing the Saiyan gear. Like, I'm so glad we're sharing and celebrating each other and having a blast. I think it's more to come. I think it's just getting started.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Olympics with all the references. That was awesome.
So freaking cool.
Alrighty, kind of wrapping things up. We know about NDAs. What can you talk about that's not behind an NDA you want the fans to know about right now?
Blue Lock Season 2, October. It's going down. I don't know what my guy's doing. I've read ahead, but I don't know if they're going to make any changes. The way the movie ended was very interesting. If you saw the movie, there was a cutscene that didn't quite exactly match the manga. So I hope they're listening to fan favorites a little bit, of the characters that they're liking, because they seem to get more. They're getting more attention. Please love Rayo. Please love him so I can work more. That's my final. Please love Rayo.
Alrighty. So final question: where can we see you online, and what would you like to say to all the fans that have been keeping up with you throughout your career?
You can catch me mainly I'm on Instagram, Twitter. It's just my name, KamenCasey, and thanks for just riding along with me. I'm honestly, I know I talk a lot here, but I'm kind of an introverted guy. I'm so glad you guys want to go on this ride with me. Hopefully I'm entertaining you guys. I do this to entertain you guys, and keep riding. I'm gonna keep taking you to some really crazy places on camera, anime, behind the scenes, and feel free, say hi if you see me in the street. Chill guy, say hi.
All right, Kamen, thank you so much, my friend. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.
Thanks for having me.